So mapagpalang araw po sa ating lahat. Muli ako si Emmanuel o Alejandre. Ito ang aking daily devotion ngayong January 25. And for today, ating pag-uusapan, are you tired of waiting? This is a continuation of our talk about Abraham. Now, who is Abraham? Once again, Abraham loved God. But there were times when he felt afraid and unsure. To give you context, inutusan si Abraham ng Panginoon na lisanin yung kanyang town, no? Iwanan yung kanyang pamilya at sundin siya. So God had promised him a son and many children. Isa yun sa mga pangako niya kay Abraham, no? Pangako ng Panginoon. Yet, years passed and nothing seemed to happen. In Genesis 15, God spoke kindly to Abraham and reminded him that his promise was sure. God even made a covenant to show that he would keep his word. Abraham did not earn God's favor by good works. He simply believed what God said, and God counted his faith as righteousness. This shows us a clear truth. People are made right with God by faith alone, not by what they do. Abraham's story points forward to Jesus, who would later make God's promise complete for all who believe. So, meron tayong binanggit dito na Genesis 15, no? Well, that's specifically Genesis 15, chapter 1, Genesis chapter 15, verses 1 to 6, titled The Lord's Covenant with Abram. After this, the word of the Lord came to Abram in a vision. Do not be afraid, Abram. I am your shield, your very great reward. But Abram said, Sovereign Lord, what can you give me, since I remain childless, and the one who will inherit my estate is Eliezer of Damascus? And Abram said, You have given me no children, so a servant in my household will be my heir. Then the word of the Lord came to him. This man will not be your heir, but a son who is your own flesh and blood will be your heir. He took him outside and said, Look up at the sky and count the stars, if indeed you can count them. Then he said to him, So shall your offspring be. Abram believed the Lord, and he credited it to him as righteousness. Now, people's plan is smaller, short-term, and temporal. Ibig sabihin po nito, yung way of thinking natin very limited, no? Kapag yung tao yung nag-iisip, we do not think within the scope of what God thinks. Dahil hindi natin alam kung ano yung mga kaalaman na meron ng Panginoon. Therefore, yung ating pag-iisip, makitid lang when compared to God. But, atin dapat mahinuha. For we should be aware that God's plan is bigger, long-term, and eternal. Kung tayo, kaya lang natin isipin mga taon, mga dekada, minsan, centuries. Pero yung Panginoon, kayang-kaya niyang isipin yung kabuuan ng panahon. Well, hindi siya limited by time, no? Kasi, unang-una, God is omnipotent and all-knowing. Ibig sabihin po nito, alam niya yung um, mangyayari, nangyayari, at nangyari na. So, in that regard, kung alam na ng Panginoon lahat ng bagay, ibig sabihin yung pag-iisip niya, ganun kalawak. So, surrendering our plan is our greatest decision. Kung yung plano natin, na tayo sa sarili lang natin, ay napakakitad at maliit, well, yung plano ng Panginoon, walang katapusan. Walang hanggan yung kanyang knowledge. Therefore, wala na tayong iba pang choice. Actually, meron tayong choice. We have free will, no? But still, it is futile to think that our plans are better than God's plans. Kasi yung mere concept natin ay constrained. Ibig sabihin nito, mayroon tayong limitasyon bilang mga tao, pero yung Panginoon natin, walang limitasyon siya. So, place your plans within God's eternal plan. Ibig sabihin po nito, yung plano mo dapat naka-align sa plano ng Panginoon. Kasi yung Panginoon, hindi ka naman niya papabayaan. Yung mga plano niya, hindi naman para pahirapan ka. His plan is for you to prosper with Him. To be a member, a citizen of the kingdom of God. At kung ikaw citizen of kingdom of God, you will be more than happy. You will be fulfilled. So gain peace by surrendering everything to God. Maaaring may mga pagkakataon na nag-aalala tayo sa ating buhay na bakit ganito yung nangyayari, kailangan ganito na, nakaka-pressure na lahat ng bagay sa mundo. Kapag kinukumpara natin yung sarili natin sa ibang tao, naiisip natin na, bakit sila ganito na yung nagagawa? Ako ganito pa lang. Well, the thing is, God has a plan for you. God has a plan for all of us. Kailangan lang natin panghawakan yung pangako ng Panginoon. So, submit to God's plan and follow God's way. Kasi kung hahayaan mo nga, isa-surrender mo sa Panginoon yung plano mo. Pero yung mga action mo, yung desisyon mo, hindi mo isa-surrender sa Kanya. Paano yun? No? So yun nga, hindi ka na nagpaplano ng sarili mo. Pero, umaakto ka pa rin ng sarili mo lamang. Hindi mo iniisip yung mga katuruan ng Panginoon. It's not gonna work out. Kung isinurrender mo yung plano mo sa Panginoon, then isurrender mo rin yung mga desisyon mo sa buhay. It's not something that you can do partly, no? Surrendering your life means surrendering your entire life, not just a portion of it. In that way, kung sinesurrender mo talaga yung sarili mong buhay, yung kabuuan ng buhay mo, you will glorify God. So yun lamang po ang aking daily devotion. Maraming salamat sa pakikinig. Pagpalain po tayong lahat, and may we all be blessed.